Hi
Okay, ma'am.
everyone.
So, okay,
Hi,
hello.
ma'am. So, should we begin?
Yes, Prashant, you can start.
Okay. There is one quality that one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of the purpose, the knowledge of what one wants, and a burning desire to possess it. Good evening, one and all. I, Rotractor Prashant, and my fellow Rotractor Shubham, we are the host of today's event. We welcome you all for the today's session. Today we have with us Shilpa Nimbalkar, ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am, and all our fellow Rotractors, all the faculty members of Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Management and Research, and all my friends present here. Personal and professional development gives you a competitive edge in a crowded workforce, helping differentiate yourself and stand out to the future employers. It can also help you to realize leadership quality and capability you may have, and potentially widening your job search and opportunities available. Now I request Rotractor Shubham to introduce and welcome our guest speaker. Over to you, Shubham.
Thank you, Prashant. Good evening, one and all present here. I am Rotractor Shubham Karesia. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today's event, that is LinkedIn Masterclass, on which Shilpa Nimbalkar ma'am will guide us. Please. She is HR head at Fujitsu and is passionate about nurturing talent for business transformation. Ma'am has completed her Bachelor's of Art degree from Baroda University. Also have completed her diploma in labor laws and labor welfare from Symbiosis College, Pune. Ma'am has done her master in personal management from Pune University. Ma'am has worked as e-recruitment specialist in 2004 and 5. She has worked with T-System Indian Private Limited from year 2005 to 8. Also as an HR business partner with talent management from year 2008 to 13. Ma'am has worked with learning service manager with Academic United Kingdom. And ma'am has also worked as learning partner in Cognizant Digital and quality engineer for 8 years. Also, she worked closely with graduate training, development, and curriculum designing, learning, material training, schedules, and implementations of learning plans. She also delivered career grooming and architecture session for associate career options and the learning available to them be effective in their roles. It's our immense pleasure to have you, ma'am, with us to guide us. Now I request Rotractor Tejas Manikar and Rotractor Madhura Dige to facilitate Shilpa Nimbalkar, ma'am. Thank you, Rotractor Tejas Manikar and Rotractor Madhura Dige. Now I request Shilpa Nimbalkar, ma'am, to throw light on today's topic. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, am I seen by all of you? And can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Loud and clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Brilliant. So thank you so much, everyone, for this lovely introduction. When somebody introduces me, right, it actually makes me think that have I gone through all of that? And I don't feel sometimes. I just feel that I've just started college and trying to learn new things, and I'm still there. Trust me. And every day I'm learning something. You see my board there. That's like my personal board, and you'll see a lot of learning topics there because I host a room on Clubhouse, and we write down a lot of things that we learn. So thank you for that lovely introduction, people. And it's so good to be back. I know a lot of you. I see a lot of familiar faces. And some of you tried to connect with me last time on LinkedIn. So I also see some names which are quite familiar. So it's great to see all of you again. I want to thank Professor Kulkarni because he is in constant touch with me. And it's great that we interact and exchange a lot of thoughts on LinkedIn. But today is special. And that's because while the college has invited me, the Road Track Club has partnered. And why it is special is because I think, I don't even know the year, but I think somewhere around 2005, 6, 7, I think. I was the president for Road Track Club of Pune Ganesh Khind for 2 years. So I was like, oh my God, these are memories coming back to me. And so I was the president for 2 years, and then I had the secretary, the treasurer, the professional development director, and all of those. Oh my God, this is like everything coming back to me. So yeah, so congratulations for doing such amazing work, Road Track Club. I think this is such an important thing that we groom our future workforce and talent in this space. So congratulations to you, and Thanks for bringing those memories back to me, to be honest, of when I was the president. So that's lovely. So let's get started with that without wasting any time. I'm going to share my screen. And if all of you can tell me that you can see it now, then we shall get started.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
It's visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo, but yeah. Okay, so I have a 40 slide deck. No, I don't. I just have 2 slides here because today is like Professor Kulkarni calls it. It's a masterclass, isn't it? So masterclass has to be live. What say? Yeah. So everybody wants it live or wants a 40 slide PPT from me today.
We'll like to have it live.
Yeah, let's do it live. So did you do my homework? Though, I'm being a typical teacher now for some time. Did you do something that I asked you to do? Did Professor Kulkarni tell you to do something? Yes or no? Professor Kulkarni, come on, you didn't tell them the secret that I told you.
Yes, ma'am. I told them to be ready with their user ID and password.
Yeah. And yes, and a photo?
Yes, yes.
No? Yes. Okay, brilliant. So we have the recipe, don't we then, everyone, to get started. So to be honest, I'm going to show you probably just 2 slides because I want to set the context of today's meeting. Okay. See, on LinkedIn, there are thousands and thousands of videos today of what is LinkedIn, know how to build your profile, and all the different features. And they roll out a new one every other week. But today, while I could have taken you through every feature of LinkedIn, I think I want to try and focus on some of those important ones, which will help you as students and probably get you noticed in the industry that you want to get noticed. And also explore some of those easy wins for you to use LinkedIn. Okay. So I won't be able to cover the entire massive LinkedIn in 1 hour or 1.5 hours, but I'm going to try my best to take you through some of those essentials that I think from a corporate standpoint will be good for you students. Is that okay with all of you? Is that okay if we do this today?
Yes, ma'am.
Definitely.
Brilliant. So my first slide, okay, and tell me if you can, I'm trying to share it. Okay, there's this noise which I can hear, but can anybody mute these people? Is that okay? Okay, thank you. So quickly going through, can a student use LinkedIn? Because I get a lot of questions from a lot of students. So I teach in SIBM as well, and I teach with Kirloskar Management Institute as well. And then today I'm coming here and I get these questions quite a lot in terms of whether the students can use LinkedIn to their advantage. And trust me, you can. Yeah, you can use it to a great advantage. And there is so much to help you get visible there. I think those are some quick wins that you should not miss at all as a student. Okay, so I'm going to push each and every one of you, even though you don't like social platforms too much, try and spend at least some time on LinkedIn because it'll help you stay connected with your industry. Okay, you don't have to get addicted to it. You don't have to constantly check your notifications for it, but make sure that at least in a day for some time you log in, maybe post something that you have learned or try and read people's posts. So I think it'll be good as a student for you to take advantage of this platform. Okay, it's a highly professional platform. It is unlike your Instagram and Facebook. So we're going to talk a little more professionally how we can use this, okay, to get jobs, for internships, to get visibility in your industry. All right, so we're going to focus on that. And the next thing that I want to talk to you about is quickly 6 ways, okay, which I think at least we can use LinkedIn to your advantage. Okay, so you can post compelling statuses and you can join some professional groups which are in your industrial area. Like I would join some HR groups or some learning and development groups. You can join yours. You can engage with connections, not only in India, but even overseas. So I have a lot of people I connect with overseas to understand the best practices in HR that are happening there. I also explore companies. So I follow those dream companies that I have. What are they posting? What are they talking about? What technologies they're using? What are some of the practices that they are following? If I learn them, can I get into that company? So you can explore companies. You can talk to recruiters. I think that's one of the best thing. Even if you type a single word like a recruiter in the search box of LinkedIn, you'll get like millions of results there. And you can narrow down all of it. But the most important thing is that you can talk to them. There is a message part, there is a company filter, and you can of course apply for job because you can build your resume on LinkedIn. So I don't remember now in the last 6 months that I have got a single resume hard copy. मुझे क्या मिलता है? I just get a link to LinkedIn account. And it's like 6 months experience or it is 10 years experienced people. They still send me just a LinkedIn link. Yeah. And I go and check their LinkedIn account. That's it. So those are the kind of resumes, and that's why I call it the live resume, because you have to keep updating it, and I'll always know what you're doing, at that point in time. Have you changed jobs? Have you got an extra certification? So yeah, I think this is what I would say I typically use LinkedIn for. Okay. And I think it'll be great for students to try and at least capitalize on some of these things. And let's look at these things, right? Making connections, sending messages, endorsements, and recommendations. So we will talk a little more detail in all of this live now. Okay. So how do we do live? We have 167 people, okay, in this, and it is going to be extremely exciting to see how I'm going to be able to do this. But let's try. Okay. So my thought is that each one of you, if you can log in now to LinkedIn. So do you know, do all of you have a LinkedIn account at least? Or are there any people who don't have? Can you tell me that, ma'am, I don't have an account? Can I at least know those people who don't have an account yet? You can just unmute and say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I'll get an understanding of how many people don't have an account yet. Yeah, I'm listening. No. Okay. So everybody has an account.
Yes, ma'am.
Not bad. So let's do one thing. Ek kaam karo. Unmute karo or give a pat or give a clap. How about we do that? Shall we? बहुत बढ़िया. I'm really proud of all of you. That's brilliant. I mean, all of you having an account, because I see a lot of students still struggling. So this is brilliant start. Okay, first of all. So did you now create an account and at least get started with putting your photo there? Did you do that? Yeah? Or
Yes,
shall we
ma'am.
do that? Okay, so I think the basic things here, yeah, we will start from the profile top down. I will try and cover each of the features that I know. There may be some things that you know more than I know. Okay, but we will try and cover as much as I can in this session. Okay. So I think the first thing, what happens on LinkedIn is your profile pic. Yeah, everybody wants to see who you are. And there is a trust element to it. When there is no photo, it is difficult to trust the person in the terms of attaching a human face. So please remember, photo, a good one. I don't know how good this is, but a good photo, which actually your face is seen clearly, you're formally dressed, at least in some form, should be up there. Okay, so a photo and something called as a banner. Now this, can you see my mouse moving? Because I'm going to move my mouse quite a lot. Okay, so this is called a LinkedIn banner, BANNER. Okay. And to make these banners, there are some amazing websites available. All right. For example, canva.com. Yeah. And you can pick up some pixels from other. You know what is canva.com? Do you want me to show you quickly what's canva.com? Has anybody tried a canva.com thing before?
Yes, ma'am, we know.
Okay, brilliant.
Yes,
Then I
ma'am.
don't have to. Brilliant. So canva.com gives you prepared LinkedIn banners. So one of this thing I've used here as well to make mine. You can align it, you can add whatever you want as text, etc. And then of course you can use it. So I think having a very interesting banner is equally important as much as your photo. Okay. And you can write things which make an impact and straight away tell people who you are. So they know whether to connect with you. For example, for people like me, I want people to know that I'm in talent development, I'm in HR, I'm a visiting faculty, I'm a budding blogger because I have my own hashtag, I write blogs, and a fitness enthusiast because I love working out. Okay. So all these kind of people, whether they're budding bloggers, if they're visiting faculties, HR, talent development, fitness people, I want them to connect with me. So what I've done, I've given my hint right up there that these are the people I want who can approach me. Okay. Be curious is my mantra. Okay. So I follow that. I'm a crazy learner. Yeah. So I always want people to be curious. And these are the two things that I want, because you might have somebody might write poems. Some of you write blogs on Medium, say. Some of you have a YouTube channel. Some of you are on Clubhouse, which is like the latest sensation at the moment. So depending on what you want to talk about yourself, you can update the banner. So I have put my little hashtag here. My learning fitness bar is my hashtag. And on Clubhouse, my ID is @Shilpa Nimbalkar, right? So if somebody wants to add me on Clubhouse, they know that this is what they need to do. All right. And if you see the book and the dumbbell, yeah, that's what I stand for. So I've given a little brand to myself. Yeah. So that people think of me. Now, a lot of people know that Shilpa, she has books on her dumbbells. Yeah, because she loves to learn. So it's like creating your brand right up there in the banner of LinkedIn. So I would really ask all of you, while you're listening to me, if you want, you can create a banner. You can check some pictures on Canva, and I can take a pause and you can do that. Okay, so I'm going to stop at every feature, ask you. Either you can do it right now with me, or you can ask me some questions and make notes on every feature that we go through, and then we will move ahead. Is that helpful? So that we'll have some interaction, yeah, rather than I going through the entire LinkedIn page is very boring. So shall we do that? Does that sound good to all of you?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so shoot. On the photo and on the banner, do you have any questions for me so far?
Ma'am, as per the working professions, as per I'm a businessman too, and I want to apply for a job also. So I'm on the
Okay.
both side. So what type of content should my banner have? Like I'm into trading institute. I run an institute of trading. So shall I include the trading purpose also, and shall I include the what I'm studying right now?
So that'll be amazing. You should have both the things up there. You can write an entrepreneur on whatever domain you are in, and then you can write a budding graduate in this degree, or whatever your specialization is. Why not? See, budding is a very nice word, by the way, to use. And things like enthusiast as well, when you are not yet there at the expert level, you can use these words to introduce yourself. Because I'm a budding blogger, I'm not an expert at it, right? If you're going to become somebody, like I want to open my own column or make a full book of myself someday, then yeah, maybe I have a book, I can say author. But right now, yeah, maybe not. So you can write those kind of things. So these are some tips and tricks where you can introduce yourself when you're still studying towards something, and what you are today can be just stated as an entrepreneur, or whatever your profession is at the moment.
Okay, ma'am.
Does that help?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's not necessary, that you have to write everything here. This is my style, right? If you look at other people, they might just write a quote that they believe in. Some people just write a quote there. Some people might just have a image of something, like somebody from the food industry will have lots of food items there and a chef standing, and that's it. That's what they want to be. Some people who are photographers, they'll just put a camera there and some lovely pictures. So it depends on how you connect with it. Yeah, this is my style. Yeah, so don't go by aise bola hai Shilpa ne, right? So this is absolutely your creativity, I like yellow. So I write in yellow, but you might write something else. You might have a different banner. So be creative. It has to represent you. Itna yaad rakho. Yeah, it is you up there. Shall we move if there are no questions? Okay, chalo. So next, very, very important. So I'm going to click on edit so that it will show you what options you have. Okay, because what you see there behind is these little fields that you have to fill. Yeah. Now, obviously name and all is okay. There's something interesting feature which has come up. I don't know if you guys know, record name pronunciation. Abhi ye yahan pe active nahi hoga. It's on the mobile. Yeah. So like if you go on my, from your mobile LinkedIn app, if you go on my name, it'll show you, let me make you hear it if possible. So if I go on my profile on my mobile and I click on, there is a small icon of a speaker there. Okay, can you see it? There's a small speaker next to my name. So if you click on that, Shilpa. Yeah, did you hear? It said Shilpa. So basically, it pronounces my name. It's amazing. It's just come right now. Okay, so I don't know. Shilpa. Yeah, that's how it says, and it's fun because a lot of my counterparts from Europe and US don't know how to pronounce my name, and then this is it's a good feature. I think you can do that. So another thing on the mobile, which is very interesting, which is again not here, is you can create a video profile of yourself. So click it on your mobile and check. You can create a video profile. That means you're actually talking. Yeah, you can say, hi, everyone, I'm Shilpa. I'm an HR professional. You can say that and leave it there. So people who access it from the mobile can actually hear you and see you on a video, and you can introduce yourself. So it's a brilliant feature of LinkedIn. I really love it. Abhi tak maine kiya nahi hai try, but I love the feature. I keep hearing a lot of people who have posted it. So headline, extremely important. It has to mention what you do, what you are. Okay, like I have put it in the banner, I have put it here. I want to talk about Fujitsu first because I'm currently working there and I want people to know that I'm working there. So that comes first. And then other things can follow as you like. Okay, but that's what I want people to look at first. Plus, you can have your current position displayed there. You can also add new position. You can add your education. You can add that education to the profile. That means wo wahan pe dikhega in the intro itself. Right now, if you see it shown below, right, in the education section. But if you want it on top, you can add it there. So you can say show education in my intro. And then country and all of this and what kind of industry, etc. Wherever it is not, you can put others and other options that are there. And you can insert your contact information, birthday, etc., chat ID. So it depends on what you want. But finally, what gets seen is this. Yeah. So it has to be impactful. It has to be right up there, what you want. Okay. And this a new feature that they have started as well, which is like creator mode. Okay. A lot of you would have seen this already. I think there was big news about the creator mode. Creator mode basically is to grow your audience. They have created a way where you can flash what Shilpa talks about. So I have written learning, LinkedIn, upskilling, productivity, and my fitness bar. You can add up to, I think, 5 hashtags, if I'm not wrong, and what we generally want to talk about. So you can do it. It's mainly for creators, to be honest. As the name suggests, it's for creators mode, but you can try it out. I mean, the algorithm doesn't really support except the creators much. So, but you can decide how you want to do it. And then, of course, these are typical things of how many viewed your profile, and then you don't have to get depressed if less people are seeing your profile. But this is how my graph looks. It will keep going up, down based on how active I am. If I post something actively, then it's up. If for 10 days I'm not there, then it comes down because then people have not viewed me making changes in my profile. So there's nothing to get too glued or about it, but this is where it talks about how many views I got, how many searches I appeared in. And this is very important for you because the number of searches will come from the number of keywords you use while defining yourself. Yeah. which means if you're a marketing person, if you're a computer application person or developer or an architect, etc., you have to give those keywords so that people come and read your profile, etc. So make sure that all the keywords are present in your introduction right up here. Okay, and then these are some things that you can provide. I think that's self-explanatory. Now this feature is quite an interesting thing. Okay, um, if you have posted something, or if you have, say, released a white paper, or you have written a blog on any other platform as well, you can put here as featured. It's like, a highlight about yourself. Yeah, so it depends on what you want to do. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे options आते हैं. This you can edit, obviously that is natural, but here you can add. Now it gives you 4 options. You can add a photo, document about yourself, a presentation. You can show links from any web content you've posted somewhere else, or any articles that you have written, which is beautiful. Like for example, I had written something on Medium, which is a very big blogging site, as you would know, and from there I had put a link here. फिर यहाँ पे वो feature हो जाता है. So which is good, because people know then that I'm diverting my LinkedIn traffic to that. Yeah, that's what it means. And then posts. So this, what I have done here is posts, which means that if you click on this, yeah, which is my featured post, the one that I want people to read, I can feature it. And then it appears right on top. Like I do a Clubhouse room with Jared and I. So Jared and I host a room every Wednesday at 7:30. So this is on Clubhouse. So I want people to go to this very often. So what I've done, I have featured it there. So if you want people to go and read your blog somewhere, or I think what you are on GitHub and other things, if you are developing or putting some codes there, etc., you can link that here. Yeah, so I'll take a pause here and tell me if you have any questions on featured. It's a very important thing because you can put on some highlights. Like I have put some articles up here which I have written, like curiosity driven learning, or can you teach to learn, what is learning budget, etc., etc. So this is when I completed 50 of my learning shorts, which means my little nuggets that I post, like my posts, I had celebrated that by putting it here. And right now, as you can see, I'm on 96. So yeah, I've got 4 more for my 100. But the point really is that you can feature it. So next you might see me featuring my 100th one here after this, so something like that, something that highlights you. Yeah, so I'll take a pause here. मुझे बताओ कि कोई question है, anything on this one that you want me to tell you about. It's a very good one for you to get noticed, as you can see. Any questions?
Yes, ma'am, I have one. Ma'am, for someone who has just started, ma'am, so ma'am, half of the fields gonna be left blank. So ma'am, what should we do to make it more attractive? Ma'am, because we have not started.
Which fields? Tell me which fields are you talking about?
No, all like professional field, which we have to file our professional details.
Which is fine. Right now you can just, I'll come to that. Right now you can leave your experience. So I'm still to come to experience, but there is an education one. Right now you will write only till your education. Once you start doing your internships, you can start updating. Here, this one. First so this is my first job, by the way, OS2I. After I got into college, into the first job, obviously that time LinkedIn wasn't so famous, but this one, was an internship, and then they converted me into a final position. Okay, so you can put your internship here. That's how you will start. Yeah, so till your internship is not done, you stop at this section. But I will tell you how you can still engage. Okay, so don't worry about that right now. And that's the misconception कि students क्या करेंगे, professional experience है ही नहीं. हटा दो. You don't need all of this. You can still engage, and I'll tell you how you can engage. Okay, so just hang in there. So features section we are done, right? Let's move to the next one. Now this is a very critical thing. Okay, this shows you the activity you do. Okay, that means what have you done so far on LinkedIn. Now this is a very interesting thing. Why? Because you don't need to only write posts. Even if you like somebody's post, yeah, or if you comment on somebody's post, it shows as your activity. So like, see this, Shilpa Nimbalkar commented on DY Patil's post. Yeah. It shows all the activity you're doing. If I go and like somebody's post also, it will show. See, Shilpa commented on Rachel Art's post. Yeah. So this is the engagement I'm talking about. You don't have to have a work experience right now. You can't have, and you can't put anything and make it up and put there. But why not start liking and commenting on your interest company posts, or your interest recruiters posts, or any personalities that you want to follow in your field who is famous, or simple, if you are, tell me one of you from which field you are. Just anyone, just tell me what. Marketing mein ho koi? Ayal, is any? Okay. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
so when you click, when you write marketing, you will see job, services, people, groups. Okay. That's what you see. When you go to groups, there are so many groups that you can join. Right. And then in these groups, you can view people profiles, who's there in these groups. And then if you like anybody, follow them. Another way is if you want to join Google. Yeah. Now Google may, again, it'll come jobs, people, different groups that they have, company, internet, etc. You can go into people, check, oh, who is this? Oh, she's in recruitment. Is it okay? Then let me follow her. Oh, but she's in Hyderabad. No, 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 I'm in Bangalore. Okay, now this person is in Bangalore and I want to, you can choose and you can try and connect with this person. What I'm trying to tell you is, you as a student can do a few things. You can get a job through LinkedIn. You can get noticed, and I'll come to the noticed part. You can get your internships. All of this by connecting through to people from the company you want, or from the location. If you want, nahi, main sirf Pune mein hi dalungi. So if I'm in Pune right now, I'll go Pune and I'll say show results for Pune. There you go. Then only people who are in Pune will appear. Then you can go and choose that, connect with those people. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there will always be a way you can utilize. Now, the second way in terms of how you can get noticed is by posting something. Okay. Now tell me, your semester has started, all of you. Tell me recent topic kaun sa padha batao. Koi bhi ek batao. Give me a good topic what you learned recently. Any. Batao. Hope you paid attention
Product
in the class.
hierarchy.
Say again, sorry.
Product hierarchy.
Okay, hierarchy. Okay, tell me, what is product hierarchy? One line.
Product hierarchy is the specification or classification of the products.
Okay. Now tell me, if you go into LinkedIn, आपने आपका account बना लिया है, okay? You go to home, you open your post, you talk about product hierarchy. Okay? You write 2-3 lines. आपको क्या चाहिए? क्या पढ़ा आपने उसके बारे में? You go to this, add a video, say from YouTube related to product hierarchy, or you go and pick up a image. Like for example, I had created something on calendars, appraisals. Okay, I have taken these images from different websites. Okay, this is actually, I have in my computer on LinkedIn, I have certain blogs that I use. So I'll show you. These are all my LinkedIn images. This one, which I pasted for you today, or this one I use somewhere. The point is, you can pick up that, write a few lines about product hierarchy and just post it. Now what happens? You can use some hashtags. Yeah, for product, for marketing, hashtag kar do usko. What has happened now? Everybody who follows that hashtag will see your post when they click on the hashtag. You're getting noticed. If your post is interesting, has good content, or has good explanation of some topics that you all are learning right now in your semester, and you do a little more research uspe and write a few points, who's stopping you? You'll immediately get noticed in the industry. Oh, look at this student. Okay, you finish a certification. You can go and write, hey, guys, guess what? I finished this. You will see so many people on my account as well who have completed some certifications and are posting this. So a lot of people will write a lot of different things. They will write video, they will drop videos, they will write articles, and they'll just give one line and write something like this person has written something about railways and he's getting noticed. One of my contacts liked his post and I can see it. So if I like him, I'll go and follow. So the way you have to interact on LinkedIn really is to share something, create content and share something in, sorry, share something interesting. If you think that okay, you don't have a work experience, so what, it's okay. Everybody cannot have a work experience immediately after college, isn't it? So there's nothing bad about it. But agar aap kuch bhi nahi karoge, then how will you get noticed? Yeah. So you have to build your brand on this. So what I'm doing now is I have my own hashtag, okay, which means this is my latest post, okay, of yesterday. I have my own hashtag called My Learning Fitness Bar. Chota sa hai, not many people follow it, but I get good traction because now people know that, oh, Shilpa ka hai wo, My Learning Fitness Bar. You start your own hashtag and put, say, product marketing. I'm just giving an example. You can create something. I like to call it learning shorts, okay? And I like chota nuggets likhti hu main. As you can see here, I've just written something about learning. How do you assess people's learning through assessments and quizzes and all? And there are people, see, 5 comments, people are writing about what they do in their company on top of my post. Your friends will write on top of your post and say, what is product hierarchy? Here are some examples. This is what companies do. So this is how sharing content will also help you gain some visibility on LinkedIn. You don't have to write big contents and big articles. There is one guy, Prashant, whom I follow. He's a college student, shayad. He's just, look at this guy. He's very young. He's from Symbiosis. And why I'm giving you this example is because अभी उसकी शायद intern की job लगी है. हाँ, ये देखो. He's written about being a president in sub club. He's written about some student public relation head. Okay. He's written some event coordinator. And then he's an intern. He's a person who's working in a bus company as intern, business development, etc. And अगर आप उसके activities follow करोगे ना, this person, he speaks, okay, now because he's really made himself popular now, okay. So what he does, if you check any of his posts will be one liner. एक ही line होती है उसमें. That's all. So, and why I'm saying all this is that you don't have to be like an expert in writing, blogger, bada, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Whatever comes to your mind. And you don't have to feel depressed. Nobody liked my thing. There's that. Nobody liked mine also. I get 5, 10, whatever. But I get noticed in my industry that Shilpa consistently posts or Shilpa is interacting with different people in the industry, and 10 people will get to know you in your industry. So for a fresher, for an intern, for a person from college, the best thing is to write about what you learn. Who stops you? Okay. So my suggestion is that for all of you, that don't miss out writing about yourself if there is no job per se to write about. आप देखो ना, मैं अपने job के बारे में क्या लिख रही हूँ. That is only a profile that is here. I'm writing about 100 different things, right? By which I'm getting people to know me. Okay, so moving on. If there are no questions, are there any questions right now? I hope I could answer your point, what to write or what to do. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, brilliant.
Yes, ma'am.
Brilliant.
ma'am.
So about me, okay, section is very, very important. Okay? Because it talks about what you are, what you do, what are some things you like doing. Make it very interesting. Okay? So for example, if you like to listen to music, if you like to, play with dogs, whatever. Not that you have to make something fake up, but the point is that mention those interesting things that mean to you in life, because you never know who connects with what, isn't it? So make sure that your about me section is always updated. और अगर कुछ नया आता है ना life में, उसको add करो उसमें. So it has to keep changing. It's a live resume, like I said, about you. Yeah. So I have written a little bit about myself. Now, this is my style. Of course, you can have your style. Yeah. So I've written a big hello from the curious HR professional, me who enjoys learning and sharing. Okay. That's me. So I want people to know that first about me. बाद में I'm said, okay, fine, 16 years of experience in HR recruitment, blah, blah, blah. After working in India and UK in various roles, because I want to tell people that I worked in UK as well. So I've put that little bit there, and I've said that, yeah, I feel enriched with the culture, etc. Then I've got a little personal. I've written, I'm passionate about bite-sized blogging, which means my chota chota nugget blogs, which I showed you right now. I have my own hashtag, and it's so easy to create a hashtag. What's the big deal? Just create it, and every article will, you can just hashtag yourself every time, and it just is created. So, and then I also love networking. Yeah, being a plant whisperer. Okay, this one you should know this. You'll wonder what this is. So I like to talk to my plants. Okay, I have some 35 plants in my little balconies in my house, and every morning I love to whisper to them 15 minutes. We have a nice chat together, and I start my day. So I love plant whispering. Okay, I talk to them. It may sound crazy, but that's me. Yeah, and then I love to try different kinds of workouts. So now this is a little personal about me. Then you can talk about what you thrive on. Like I have said, I thrive on collaboration because I like to interact with people. So LinkedIn Clubhouse is where I'm mainly there right now. And then there's a small club which I'm a part of for learning and development on Clubhouse. We run sessions every week. So I've written about that because I want people to join me in the club. And then I've given my IDs here, which is my Clubhouse ID and my Insta ID. Now depends. Some of them are personal, some of them are professional. You can choose. If you want to give it, you give. If you don't want to give it, you don't give. So that's completely your choice. Okay. But the point is that this section is super critical. Yeah. So all of you, if you're doing some LinkedIn learning programs, if you have some certifications as students, if you're doing some internships, if you have some hobbies, if you read some papers, if you write something, mention that about you there, because as employers, we read this to know you. And I don't only want to know you professionally, कि मेरे पास 10 साल का experience. I want to know you as a person. That's why I have written a little more private things also about myself. Do you get that feeling? इसमें combination है. It's like an introduction you do during an interview, isn't it? You will talk a little bit about your college studies, specialization, but you'll also talk, hey, I'm from here, my hobbies are this, right? वो वही किया यहाँ पे. So don't forget to do that. And then, of course, once you start working and you have so much of experience, you can start writing about experience. It's a very simple field. You can write about the title, employment, company, where you are, when did you start. You can also write description about a little bit about your responsibilities. For example, मैंने यहाँ पे अभी लिखा नहीं है, but you can write like this, like I've written, working as a learning partner, heading 40,000 associates in Cognizant Digital Business, blah, blah. फिर लंदन में मैंने क्या किया वो थोड़ा सा. So you can add details also. So that's about your entire work profession. So you can keep it short, like I've kept it right now for Fujitsu, or you can keep it like I've gone elaborate for Cognizant. ठीक है? It's your choice. I would say give few pointers, yeah, because they will then exactly know कि आपको क्या आता है in your field. So don't miss out giving some pointers. At least for your level, I would say that do it. It's good to put few pointers. Then you can write your college's names, what you have done, education. Once you edit this, I think most of you would have already done this by now, but if you've not done it, then do it. Okay, put your college name, your degree, your start end date of. You can also add activities, description of what your course has, etc. Well, I leave it to you, but at least it should be recorded, yeah, for you, so that it's very easily possible for the recruiter to search and check quickly. You can add your grades also if you want, but now I think you can. I mean, I have removed all of that detail. Then this is a very important thing, and I want to stop and ask some of you. So we have what, 159, 160 people. Tell me, how many of you have certifications with you? Have you all done any certifications? Batao.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Batao.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the names, Aditya. Batao.
I've done personal branding of LinkedIn.
Then
Okay.
I've done story writing also from LinkedIn only.
Super. And have you
I
put it in your LinkedIn profile
yeah,
now?
ma'am. I have. Ma'am.
Brilliant. So, and anyone else? I saw somebody else's hand go up, but I can't scroll so much.
Yes,
now.
sir. Yes, ma'am. I have
Bolo?
also. Ma'am,
Okay.
I have done the marketing analytics from LinkedIn, but
Okay.
I haven't put it till now. But it's in the
Okay.
process right now. It's not completed yet.
Completed. Okay. And so this is LinkedIn. Have you all done anything from Coursera, from Harvard, or from any other industry? Anything
Yes,
else?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
From
No.
Coursera, Udemy. Yeah, these are some of those right now which are budding, isn't it, in terms of
Mhm.
learning platforms. So I have done, for example, this one from Coursera. Yeah, I have done this one, and then this one I've done from Illinois in the university. This one I've done from Harvard when I was in UK. So, and plus I'm a certified behavioral analyst for PAPI, which is a behavioral assessment tool. So I'm certified as the assessor there. So whatever little learnings you all are doing, everything has to go here by default. Isko bilkul miss nahi karna. Okay. Because right now for you guys, the first thing the recruiter goes and checks is this. That is this person learning anything more than attending the college? Yeah. The learning is one of the key skills today that we are looking at for any new budding professionals, right? So I love doing courses, and I keep doing a lot of them. So every 2 months at least I try to complete one new course, a new skill, something, and right now I'm going through another as well. But you should update this. This is very, very critical. Yeah. Any questions on this? Okay. Skill endorsements. अब ये भी बहुत अच्छा है. So skill endorsements, skills and endorsements means that if you think somebody is good at some skill, you can endorse them for that skill. For example, I have some people who have endorsed me for recruiting, some people who've endorsed me for human resources, some for talent management, etc. And you can add new skills. So you can add whichever, skills to your profile, what you have, so you can go and check yourself. And you can take a small skill quiz. Ye bhi acha hai. So they give some quizzes here which you can give. I don't know if you tried that already. Has anybody tried this?
Yeah. Yes,
Hello?
ma'am. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you find it interesting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what happens here is you go give a quiz and then they give you some recognition, don't they? Tell me, what did you get after doing this? You got a small badge there, right? For completing this. Okay, we lost her, I think. But yeah, what you get is if you complete one of their quizzes, which is a skill assessment quiz, you can add it to your profile that you've done that. So again, that comes like a small achievement, like a certification kaise dikh raha hai, waise it comes for you. It's a nice thing. A lot of people take Python vagara development quizzes are also there. So it's a nice one to take for you if you are interested. And then comes recommendations. Now this is very critical, okay? Which means that other people recommend you to be a good worker. How many of you have done internships here? Batao mujhe. Has anybody done internships?
Yes, ma'am.
When will, yeah, some of you've done it. So you must have worked with some bosses, right, in your internships. And they must have given you some compliments, sometimes some dangerous feedback too, but they would have told you what they liked in your work and what they appreciated you for. You have to say, please, sir, ek kaam karo, please get on LinkedIn or mere liye ek recommendation likh do. Simple. What they have to do is they have to just write for you a recommendation and it comes here, right here for you. And this is so amazing. Just imagine when anybody is checking your LinkedIn profile, they see what others have written for you. And then it is so much easier to then hire somebody who has some awesome feedback. Yes or no? Yeah. So,
Yes.
so I have a few recommendations here, and I have given some people recommendations as well, and I keep getting requests like this. And this is what I'm telling you. You can go and request other people through LinkedIn that write for me, right? So this request has come. So one guy, Sarthak, has written, Sandeep has written, Abhishek has written, can you please write me a recommendation, right? So I write for them and then it gets displayed like this. Yeah. So that's the beauty of this, that when you're getting recruited, you can actually gather some good comments from, say, your internship or even your professors. If you think your professors can write some, because freshers ke liye aur kya hota hai, right? You will have professors who can give you those kind of feedback. You can ask them to write for you. If you think somebody has really appreciated you for some projects that you do, yeah, you can write about the projects and you get these assignments, right? You can ask them to give you, even in your jobs. As you can see, maine aapko Prashant ka dikhaya tha, he's written about some little projects that he did for a few months in some company. He has written about that. Yeah, so you can write, you can ask. And then, sorry, anybody said something? Okay, interests. Now this is very interesting. Okay, now interests se pata chalta hai that what that person is all about. Yeah. For example, if you can write about, so I'm starting to follow learning and development or Microsoft, Amazon, because I follow those people, or organization development learning, or Modi ji, whoever. The point really is that if you follow somebody, people will also check you out, that, oh, ye kisko follow karta hai? Let's see, what kind of a person it is, what kind of a mix that person has in terms of interests. Because when we recruit you, we look at the whole you. We don't look at only one side of you. Would you agree to that? Yeah. So it's very, very critical for you to make sure that you definitely update each of these little fields so that you at least complete your profile in the most apt way possible. Okay, now these are the basics that have to be in place. Yeah. Any questions from any of you? I've told you all the basics here. Batao mujhe. Any questions here? Any comments? Nothing
No
from
questions, ma'am.
anybody? Okay. I'm not checking the chats. Okay. If anything is coming, please tell me. Okay. Because I don't know if anybody's writing anything. Okay. Now, a few other things which I want you to know. Now, if you are going to work for anybody, or if you want to send your profile to someone, you know how to do that, right? You can edit and copy your URL from here and send it to those people directly. You would know that, right? So remember that it's critical to update your URL and send it to people. Second, like I told you, you can do messaging where you can directly chat with people, but maintain some decorum because you don't intrude into spaces. And plus, if you have a premium account, then there is a way you can, chat, send a message in mail. But for free accounts, then there are some limitations. So if you really want to spend, you can. Otherwise, there's no need. Even with free, there are a lot of things that you can do on LinkedIn. Jobs is a very good thing, and I wanted to spend a little bit of time on this. I don't know, has anybody tried jobs, and any experience from jobs that you have tried, or anything to share? Have you, anybody tried jobs?
Actually, I got my internship from this section, ma'am, job section. Actually,
Super.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
that's
Even me.
amazing.
Even me.
Oh, fabulous. So as you can see, I think it's one of the most amazing things you can have, okay? Because it is so easy to apply for jobs through LinkedIn, because you just have to search your job, your company, your titles, and you just have to forward one page, which is your profile, and it automatically picks and sends it to them, because it's almost your resume. You can also upload your resume, as you know, which is like a proper Word document, or it sends your profile directly, depending on which company is, they have their own way of doing it. But I think you should use it if you haven't. It's a very nice thing. You can set alerts, you can save jobs, look at them later. And like for me, I still have a few jobs of Learning Head as SKF and many others that have come here. As you can see, they'll keep sending you recommendations, and it's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good try A lot of my friends also I know have got job through LinkedIn. So you should explore. But before doing that, पहले अपना profile बनाओ और बहुत अच्छा बनाओ and update it, okay? Because they go and check that out and they might offer you something which is not probably in line with what you are, etc. So make sure that it's updated regularly, yeah, and it's authentic, which means don't make anything up there, yeah. Especially in your interviews, they go and check your projects, what you have entered as details in your projects, okay? They literally print it and keep. Now, I do that for some of my interviews. और वहाँ projects में अगर आपने 4 चीजें लिखी है which you did out of a lot of enthusiasm, but in the interview you're not able to speak about them, then it doesn't create a good impression. So don't do that ever. Make sure that you put a lot of authentic information up there on LinkedIn, okay? The rest I think is quite self-explanatory. These are all your notifications and jobs, networks, people who keep, sending a lot of in requests to you, and you can decide whether you want to add them or no, etc. I think a few other things is also in terms of I don't know if you have checked this out. You can post a job, check insights, leads, groups. I think a lot of things here you get, and LinkedIn Learning, which I think most of you have done already, so I'm not going to tell you much, but you should definitely go through some courses here of your interest and then add them to your profile. वो भी नहीं भूलना. Okay, so make sure that all of this is actually happening for you. It is very important that you update your profile with some learnings also that you keep doing every now and then. Okay, so I think these were some of the tips that I had for you for LinkedIn. Okay, but if you have any questions now, because I'm going to stop doing this one way gyan that I'm giving, but let's interact a bit. थोड़ी बात करते हैं. Tell me now if you have any questions of ma'am मैं ये कैसे करूँ, how do I create this, or what do I write? If you have any questions like that, you can tell me, and we'll take questions now here on. Okay, so I will stop. I can keep my screen on if you like, but I want to hear more in terms of what your questions are and anything that I can help you with.
हेलो मैम.
Yeah.
मैम हमें किस टाइप की जो रिक्वेस्ट होती है वो एक्सेप्ट करनी चाहिए?
Very nice question. To be honest, I'm very choosy. आपने मेरे network में देखा होगा, I have around I don't know how many, I think 300 plus लोगों के 569, let's put it that way. 569 लोगों के requests आके पड़े हैं, but I haven't accepted it. Okay, so I'm not being mean, okay, but I'll tell you how it works. Algorithm of LinkedIn ऐसा है that if you put a post public to everybody, then anybody can add you, right? As in follow you. Anybody can follow you, yeah? But connection accept karna hamari marzi hai. Completely our prerogative. We can decide. I choose people where I see I can add value to, or that person can add value to me. Simple. Okay? Now I teach a lot of students, इसीलिए मेरे network में बहुत students आए हैं. उससे थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ ऐसे हो जाता है मेरा that my algorithm then becomes that I get a lot of student related posts के suggestions also, which may not directly add value to me, but I can add value to some of them, so I do accept. Yeah, but I can't do it for a lot of students. Then my network gets a bit skewed with my industry people. So I try and accept requests on recruiters, HR people, learning and development people, transformation experts in my industry. So you should try and aim to build your network जहाँ पे आप value add कर पाओ and they can add value to you. So if you're from a marketing field, try and see if you can add more and more marketing people in your network. उससे क्या होगा? When they share a post, you will automatically be interested in it. Because then you have the same interest in your mind. अगर कोई कुछ share one of my freshers जिसको मैंने recruit किया था in my company. Okay, so he's technology guy. He's a think analytics mein, he's a technology person. But I accepted his. So now he's liking something on analytics and that's showing me. जो actually मेरे interest का नहीं है. So my suggestion would be that choose wisely whom you want to add into your network. बस सब बिस followers बनाने के लिए बढ़ाने के लिए सब पे click मत करो if you really want to use it nicely. Yeah, because then if I add more learning and development people, then those people what they like that will showcase on my screen and it will be more wise. Another thing you should do is once you finish, I mean, every week or every 2 weeks, depending on what you're comfortable with, आपके जो ये connections है ना, manage my network, you can go here. I do this, okay, very genuinely. You can go here, go to your connections, और एक बार ना check करो. Okay, do I still want this person in my network? Do I still want this person in my network? If you think that some people you added at that time और अभी जरूरत नहीं है, हटा दो. Just remove it. They don't get notified. You know that, right? उनको notification नहीं आता है कि I removed you. It's not something that happens. So don't worry about that. But अपना network clean रखो. अगर आप मेरा देखोगे, maximum लोग HR के होंगे. Obviously, some of them will be from fitness industry and some other industry because I have some varied choices of people. But if you look at all this, let's take an example. ये e-learning का बंदा है. This is an educator coach. This is learning and development. This is an HR. CHRO is Chief Executive Officer. This is learning experience. This one again is a family person. I had to add her because she sent me a request. Some थोड़े skewed होंगे, but try and make your network very, very much aligned to your role, what you want to aspire, or your industry, or your area of specialization. Okay? Have I answered that question?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
If you really want to make benefit, अगर बस मेरी following बढ़ानी है, which you can go and do on Instagram and Facebook, okay, as a public account. But यहाँ पे I think just keep it very close network, which will benefit you. Yeah, does it make sense?
Yes, ma'am. Perfect. Makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Ma'am, I have a question.
बताओ.
Ma'am, there is a creative mode over there, right? So,
Yes.
I exactly want to say that what's the exact use of a creator mode? It says that it highlights the content whatever I have posted. So,
Yes.
what is the exact use? Because when
It's a hashtag. It's a hashtag driven thing. See, there are creators. Creators मतलब content creators नहीं होते हैं. They post certain things and they want to be highlighted for that. So what typically happens is that if you select those hashtags, then it gets highlighted up for everybody, those hashtags, for whoever is following those hashtags, it gets more visible to them. That's it. So it will be displayed. So now whoever goes and watches my profile will say, oh, upskilling, productivity. So she talks about all this mainly. So then they will know at least what I am follow. If you write fashion, if you write product management, if you write agile, people immediately on the top can see what are the things of your interest. So ideally मैंने ये ठीक से use नहीं किया है. I'm going to remove LinkedIn and say my fitness bar and put something on HR so that people will still, join me. Yeah. Can you hear me?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have active creative mode, and after some days, I have increased my followers.
Yeah, exactly. That's because they are looking at this and it's going up because they're looking at this, what you're following, and then they're trying to follow you. Creative mode is to get highlighted. Simple.
Is it okay for a student to earn it or for a professional joiner?
No. It is absolutely anybody can do it, but the algorithm is such that वो creators के लिए ज़्यादा काम आता है more than students to be or even professionals for that matter. Because unless you're creating a content, say on fashion or say on anything specific, then it'll put you right up there. But if it's a generic thing. I mean, it's not creating such a big impact is what I have heard from people. Like it's not a big deal. It's just that यहाँ पे दिखाता है that Shilpa talks about learning, upskilling, productivity. I mean, yeah, but if somebody writes something very strictly about the content they are creating, say on say LinkedIn, you created a course, or say on business management, you have created something, or on product development, you've created something, then that content, oh, this guy creates content on this, then let me hire this person to create content. वो ज़्यादा उसके लिए है, to be honest, because LinkedIn is used for that quite a lot.
And ma'am, what are the changes I should do to come into the search appearances?
आपका प्रोफाइल देखे लाइव?
Yes, ma'am. Why not?
चलो, let's do it. Give me a name, darling.
Should I share? Should I?
Yeah.
Should I share, ma'am?
You want to share your screen? You give me your name.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Pratiksha Waluns.
Pratiksha
Waluns.
Spelling?
WALUNJ.
This one?
Yes, ma'am. Second one. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, this is great. Learning to code is learning to create and innovate. See, this is exactly what I was telling you all about, right? Some people just write a code. I mean, they can write a little saying or something they believe in as the banner. So Pratiksha, well done. You have all your things
Thank
here
you.
perfectly written, which is fabulous as well. You have featured your certificates, which is brilliant too, which is great. Activity, you have been pretty active, right?
Yes,
Here
ma'am.
I would say thoda aur interesting banao, Pratiksha. It's just something more
Yes,
interesting
ma'am.
about yourself. Yeah. Experience is
Okay, ma'am.
good, and education, endorsements, interests. This is fabulous. For you to get noticed, Pratiksha, I want to see your activity. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
activity may, what you have to do is, mostly if your activity is liking things, right?
Yes.
Do you have any posts that you share regularly? This is 1 month back.
Yes, ma'am. I have not active on my last month.
Yeah, and this is 3 months back. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, रोज एक छोटा, रोज नहीं, it's just 1 week में एक बार. Like my way of doing it is week, maybe 2 times or 3 times I post something. Okay, like you saw my posts. You can post a little bit, whatever you know, whatever you want to talk. Talk about web development. Talk about some designs. Talk about cloud computing. You know, say for example, private se public cloud. Sorry, public se private cloud, how the industry is moving today. Write one small article on that. Done. Small.
Yeah, ma'am. I can share my thoughts on a current topic.
Yeah. Exactly. Any current topic or any news item, anything which is in your field. But remember, Pratiksha. And why I'm saying that, because you want people to recognize you and highlight, and you want yourself to get highlighted in the right community, correct? So don't write about anything which is not related to your community or your what you want to be recognized for. So if this is what your profile is, then everything needs to be aligned to this so that people will start recognizing. Also, one thing that I see in your profile is you started using hashtags, which is fabulous.
Yeah.
Hashtags help you highlight your profile always. Don't use many of them, but use whichever you think are appropriate for you. Because people who follow, say, internship hashtag, okay, say 3,13,000 people are following internship hashtag. So imagine karo, aapka post usme dikh raha hai. So many people like this, see how they're doing their internships, and now take a video of yourself saying something. Some of you are not camera shy. Take a video, chota sa apna, about talking about something and put it up there. In my internship, this is what I learned. Like Aditya, I think you told me, right, about your internship. This is what I learned. These are the 3 things I learned in the internship. And I want to thank you, sir. and put that sir as at the rate his name, तो उनको tag कर दो, then his connections will see what Aditya has written, because that person will like your post, and then you'll get recognized, you'll get visible in all that same community. I think these are some tips and tricks. And comment karte raho on the right posts. If you think they are adding value to you, then share your thoughts, share your opinions. If you go and check some of my things, like I told you some time back, I go and comment on certain things that I like, I feel are more good for me, or I can resonate with. तो मैं करती रहती हूँ. So I leave it to you what you're comfortable. You don't have to be glued to it. You can do it once a day. मैं decide करूंगी कि 15 minutes के लिए मैं log in करके I will keep my profile updated, or I will comment on people that I follow, उनके posts पे, उससे visibility बढ़ती है. If you like and comment on your connections.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And I got to experience that whenever I was too much active on LinkedIn, that time I have increased the search appearances and the follow connections
Exactly.
also.
That's what happens. Yeah. My only thing is that ये social media बहुत crazy है, so don't get sucked into it like hell. But my suggestion would be that time yourself. I have time myself. Okay, you can imagine my posts, because I post very regularly. I have connections. I get a lot of notifications every other time. Either request आएगा, message आएगा, नहीं तो notification आएगा, नहीं तो कुछ ना कुछ आता रहता है. तो मैंने क्या किया है? I've got obviously my 2 phones. So I've got 2 phones. Okay. Because I have my one office wala, obviously. But you, even if you have a phone, iska time restrict karo. You can say that, hey, in the lunch, I will check LinkedIn for 30 minutes. Yeah, I think it's a good habit. Abhi se build karo. So when you reach that level, you're going to go mad because of it, because it's only going to grow. So my suggestion would be that. But don't forget to log in. It's a good thing. It's good to interact. It's good to build a connection and network. Yeah.
And ma'am, is there any specific time where I can post my content?
Yes, I would say that a good time typically is between anytime between 9 and 3 India time, IST. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
सुबह सुबह बहुत सारे लोग सुबह सुबह करके start करते हैं day. That's what they do. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good time because when people are at work and they have the full day to observe the interaction on your post. For example, you post something in the morning, then somebody will comment, फिर उस पे आप वापस comment करोगे, तो ये दिन में चलता रहता है. So the movement is more. There's more time coverage. So I would say do it like that. At least if you have only Indian audience, Zada. For me, I post sometimes in the evening because I have a lot of US and Europe connections as well. So I want to post something when they get up. So kuch post jo mujhe wahan se attention chahiye, ya I want replies from that side, I try and post at their mornings, which is my night. So you can decide how you like.
And I'm also commenting on others' content.
Yes.
I think I'm getting too much reach.
Yes, that's what I was telling you all, right? If you comment on others or like others' comments as well, if you give some good answers, guys, I mean, for you are intelligent students. Think karo, ye insaan ne ye kyun likha hai? Can I add a comment to it and add more value? Then if that person recognizes that value, you don't know, you'll get a job, you'll get an internship. बहुत मैंने देखे हुए हैं ऐसे cases where if you do this networking, you get recognized and you can get a job, internship. People find you smart, they come and even do business with you, like they'll ask you to do some freelancing. बहुत opportunities hai. LinkedIn is completely crazy. But yeah, you have to make sure that you are in connect with your industry. Don't let go of that. जैसे मैं ना पकड़े रहती हूँ learning and development and HR को. I join open events. I join right, LinkedIn has events which like people can do a live event on LinkedIn. So I don't miss that. मैं notifications देखती हूँ. Sometimes if you add the right people, you can also see that हाँ शुभम and और कौन है हमारे यहाँ पे देखूँ तो मैं say Saurav. So Shubham and Saurav, Saurav देखते हैं that हाँ Shubham is attending that thing on product development. फिर मुझे भी attend करना चाहिए. Then he can go and attend that same event. The point is, if you're well networked, you can learn from each other quite a lot. So learning बढ़ाओ थोड़ा, yeah. Stay in touch with your industry. What else, guys? How can I help you? Any other comments that I can help you with?
Hello, hi ma'am. So I have two
Hi.
questions. First is actually a repetitive one. So I had put the code thing into my profile thing, and obviously I had mentioned all the things on my headline one. So what do you think as a recruiter? Will that put me off from the sing list if that's not there in my banner?
No. So give me your profile. देख लेते हैं. Shall we?
Aditya Mane, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Sure.
Aditya?
Mane. MANE.
नहीं, एक मिनट. हाँ, बहुत सारे आने वाले हैं. बताइए, which one is this?
Yeah. I'm not.
अच्छा ठीक है, ऐसे करते हैं. रुको एक मिनट. Let's do it another way. Okay. Aditya. You know how to do this, guys? You can write the person's name and go on Google and just type it like this. फिर आपको यहाँ पे आता है बहुत सारे LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah, you follow this, na? You guys? Yeah, follow it. Okay. Is this you?
Yeah, ma'am. First one.
First one.
Yeah.
So guys, I don't know if you're using this feature. You can do that. You can search for anybody's profile like this as well. Yeah. I like it. This looks nice, Aditya. Very smart. Very different way of doing it. So aspiring digital marketer, operations marketer, research enthusiast, content design, etc. Yeah, you don't need a full stop. What what else? What were you asking me? What's the problem?
Yeah. So I had put that code thing into my banner. So will that put me off from the recruiter list, as I've not mentioned anything about myself or what I do or what I'm interested in? Because obviously I had
not
put
at all.
all my.
Not at all. Yeah. This is good enough. Not at all. See, banner pe immediately attention jata hai, right? That's why I like to add a little more detail, which means something about yourself or something that you do, which is outstanding. Yeah. I would prefer to read it, but aisa nahi hai that it puts you off or anything. In fact, this is very, very attractive banner. Yeah, because it's a very different way. You put your background white and this is also white. It looks like, you're standing out. So I would say that you've done it differently. So it has to be unique. एक quote भी हो सकता है from anywhere. It could be like मेरा है. Yeah, people see that dumbbell and the books, for example. And a lot of people come and tell me, यार वो idea बहुत अच्छी थी तेरी शिल्पा, for example. So some people this will resonate, some people this will not resonate. So wo Aditya you can't control, as you know very well. But the point is that this is important. ये जो आपने डाला है ना, ये बहुत critical है. And I think you've put all the right keywords, है ना, for you that describe you. Bas then sorted.
And also, ma'am, in the
you can
section,
put. हाँ, बोलो. I was just coming to that. Tell me.
Much. Yeah. Actually, I put. I guess I think that I put a lot of information. So should I just short it down, or is it?
No,
okay?
No, it is fine, but इसको थोड़ा interactive बनाओ ना, Aditya. For example, it is like plain text in one paragraph, plus everywhere you started with I.
Okay.
एक story लिखो अपने बारे में. You can write a little story about yourself. That's also interesting. Like, I want to obtain challenging position and high quality. It's like, I aspire to, be somewhere. ऐसे लिखो. I'm an avid learner. Or maybe, my brain is always searching for new information. ऐसा कुछ तो interesting बनाओ इसको. That's it. Sab jagah you can't start with I. Yeah, that is definitely no. You can add a couple of smileys if you like, if you want to make it very interactive, a little catchy, if not only a text. You can add a few things, few of these smileys here and there if you like. Or you can, create a story. You can create some spaces, paragraph wise. I think I love the content you have. It is beautiful. You're talking about social issues. You're talking about your leadership as community service director. I think your content is fabulous. Bas usko thoda English and, make it a little more story-like, because it's about you, right? Just be nice about it. Feel nice about it and write. Okay? But this is good. This is good. You know what you've done here, photos here. I think you're doing the right things. Experience you've written. Yeah, this is fabulous. You've put almost everything that I said. You have everything up there. Very good. Very good profile, Aditya.
Thank you, ma'am. And my second question is about the content writing. So if I pick a niche to put the content on my profile, so what are the major things to consider while posting? So is there any algorithm, as you talked about algorithm, so there must have been few, things to be considered while posting. So if I pick a niche, so yeah.
You have to. So for example, if you're writing about marketing, hashtag marketing. If you're writing about digital marketing, hashtag digital. If you're writing about content design, hashtag content design. The point is, look at which, ये एक LinkedIn का बहुत अच्छा फीचर है, आपको मैं दिखाती हूँ, शायद आप सब already expert हो, but I'll just show you something. If I write something on learning and development, human resources, sorry, if I say, then I say fitness, mindful. आप नीचे देख रहे हो क्या आ रहा है?
Hashtags.
Are you seeing नीचे automatically आ रहा है? You can
Yes,
see
ma'am.
all of you, yeah? Fitness, mindfulness. आप ऐसे करोगे ना? See, you see this? It is so smart that you don't have to try anything. वो खुद ही pick up करता है from my words. Okay, so the way you have to do, another way to do it is, it's very interesting way. Go to hashtag, click. If you do this, MIND, the one which has maximum will always come on the top, which is maximum used by people. So you can choose that. For example, आपका लेते example, ठीक है, मेरा बहुत boring है. Let's take content. क्या आया पहले? Content strategy, content writing, content writers, content management, development, marketing. So these, you can choose any of these because these are already LinkedIn top hashtags. So you can choose and you can start doing that. So my point is that whenever we are coming to your profile, just don't think about it. Just go ahead and अच्छा वो चला गया वापस. Where did it go? Okay, so what I'm saying is just go to start writing any content that you want to and hashtag on all of these terms that you use. That's it.
Yeah.
Even if you choose a niche, you can write about content, you can write about digital marketing, whatever you like. Don't forget to hashtag that term so that more reach बढ़ता है.
Right.
And also tag people. For example, मैं क्या करती हूँ, if I read an article in content design by say Mr. Philip, whatever, मैं उनको जाके ढूंढती हूँ LinkedIn पे. Sometimes I might even send him a request if he's there. Or if he's not, you can actually hashtag them. So one is, there are two ways of doing this, right? There is something called as @ जहाँ पे नाम आता है लोगों का, yeah? And second is hashtag, जहाँ पे you can put anything. Right? These are two different ways. So if you are in connection with that person already, then you can use @. Otherwise, if you're not, then you can use a hashtag for the same person. So use this. इससे reach बढ़ता है. Yeah. Now see, Niket, he's one of the persons I follow. He's doing a live event. So I'm going to love this event. Yeah. And I'm going to say, looking forward. And I'll say @ Niket. Yeah, and then I'll say whatever because I have some typical ones that I use. That's it. Now he will see mine, he will reply. Now all my connections must have got this note that Shilpa has written for Niket this. So everybody will come and check what am I attending. You get it? So this
Yeah.
is how ye post बढ़ता रहता है. Okay. See, this guy is pasted now. You can't make everyone happy. You're not funding. But anyway, see, he gets a lot of. So what I'm saying is you can create the content of your choice. You can pick up anything that you like from your college topics and please write. This will help you engage with your industry people. Okay, Aditya, does it help?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions for me?
Hi, Shilpa. Good evening. I'm Meghna here.
Yes.
I really wanted to thank you on behalf of my students because sparing your Saturday evening for students. Really thanks for that. And to be very frank with you, these Rotract events we faculty hardly join because it's entire students things. And since we were there from the starting, we were controlling ourselves. Let's see. Means yesterday Samuel had also asked me, Madam, will you be there? When you continue your way. By them, coordinated by them. So,
I can't hear you.
The way you have handled everything, answered their small queries, and at this moment where they are in their MBA time, it was much needed session. So, love to connect you always. This is the second time you are connecting with the students, but really thanks for sparing your Saturday evening. And again, appreciate my students. I was just looking at the count because I told you we hardly join the events. Just come in, attend it and leave it, but 150 plus. So the students are really doing very good job and would love to connect you for further events and guiding our students.
Absolutely, I look forward to that.
Everything, they have organized it all. They do at the back. Sushil is always there in touch with you. He's the one who was in connect with you. LinkedIn
Yes.
pe
yeah, he's so passionate about learning himself. I see him in so many forums, always participating. They really appreciate him.
He's a placement person, so he has to be always on that for the placements, good placements of the students, and hopefully students will also carry on that.
Absolutely, ma'am. I have one more thing before I say goodbye to all of you. Guys, and I'm not here marketing any platform, but have you tried Clubhouse? Some of you, at least. I don't know if you have.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This, Shilpa, I was about to ask you कि exactly hota kya? Even
yeah, ये बहुत fad है अभी. Not necessary. Yeah, Professor Kulkarni knows that he does join some of the rooms. See, so Clubhouse basically is a house, virtual house. And you can imagine वहाँ पे ऐसे rooms हैं जैसे एक real घर को imagine करो उसमें बहुत सारी rooms हैं and you enter the house and you can go in any room you want and listen उस room में क्या चर्चा हो रही है. So it's basically there are like thousands of rooms running, global, local, whatever, everywhere. And you can choose your interest of rooms in the beginning when you create the account. And then it'll show you that, right, as an algorithm, जैसे वही feature होगा. So I've chosen learning and development, fitness, meditation kind of rooms because I enjoy those topics more. And then eventually after 10-15 days, I started my own room with Jared, which I showed you right now. So Jared and I host a room together on HR, learning and development every Wednesday, 7:30. So we do that. So, but Clubhouse की एक अच्छी बात है that it is invite only app. You can't just download the app and get onto it without an invite, which means that somebody on Clubhouse has to invite you into Clubhouse. So it's like ghar pe no entry otherwise, something like that. So I like it because then you will invite somebody not without thinking, you know. It's somebody आप सोचोगे वो invite मांगेगा फिर आप share करोगे and you're 100% sure that person will be active on there like that. वो ऐसी algorithm, I like the way they've thought. But now it's spreading like wildfire. Most of you will know Spotify has launched their room now, which is green rooms, and that looks really classy, much better than Clubhouse, because it's like the visualization effects are absolutely crazy. But they're still testing. I think beta phase mein testing chal raha hai unka, so the app is crashing and all of that. But it's a good one. Then Twitter has their own app, which is Twitter Spaces, which you would know as well. And then Facebook has also now come up with their own. So it's crazy. Audio rooms are blossoming and blooming, and hum sab deaf ho jayenge thode din mein. But I think I like that. So if you guys really like listening to good discussions, like data science ke rooms hoti hai, cloud computing, web designing, content creators, entrepreneurs, fabulous rooms, fabulous. और मैं कभी कभी जाके ऐसे ही सुनती हूँ for my knowledge. Yeah, again उसको time करो, because you will get sucked into all of this craziness. So please घुसो मत और पागल मत हो जाना, but at least make sure that you time all of these platform things a little bit, okay, in your life. I'm giving you this as a very sincere advice, because I've gone through all of that, you know, pagal hona behind all of these platforms. And today I time it very carefully. Okay, so time it so that ek life ki aadat ban jayegi for all of you. That's my suggestion to all of you for doing that. Okay, but these are nice things. Yeah, there's learning, a lot of learning going on in Clubhouse. I've in my profile, you will always see I'm posting something. If you follow me, you'll see. Because every Wednesday I definitely do a room. So I talk about what my room is. So those topics that you see there, वो मेरे Clubhouse के rooms के topics है जो मैं every Wednesday करने वाली हूँ, because I always gather interest what people want to listen. So that's Clubhouse for you. Okay. Anything else from anybody, or shall we take a break for Saturday night, as they say? But patani, no parties on Saturday, but at least we can have a house party on Saturday. Any other questions or anything?
Ma'am, I have one question. Like you have said that job opportunities are great on the LinkedIn. So how can we improve the job search? Like sometimes it happens that we search for a marketing intern and we get a kind of roles over there, but a particular profile we are looking for, we don't get that. So how can we improve our job search?
एक बार देख लेते हैं. You tell me what you want. Marketing
intern if we want. Yeah, so we get multiple, yeah, like internship, intern. So like,
so once you put this, yeah, once you put this, you need to know how to, sorry, what happened? Once you put this, you need to know how to filter, beta. That's all it is all about. Yeah.
Yes.
One of the good things to do is date posted, because then you know कि वो active है कि वो मर चुका है requirement. That's important to know. So filter within, say, past 1 month में क्या है, या past 1 week or 24 hours if you're really aggressive. But 24 hours में pasted के chances of getting a job is more, obviously, because which means that it is still active. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Then you can filter out a little bit on all this levels, companies, job type, remote working, etc. So filters बहुत सारे होते हैं, as you can see here. So that you can explore. But my point is that to increase opportunities for internship, filter it rightly. Which industry you want. Mainly ये tab अच्छा होता है, पता है, past 24 hours, past 1 week is a bit better, because you get the live ones. Then what titles have been announced, etc. and all of that. Even now they have all these crazy things, right? Now they also have things like under 10 applicants hai, yeah, there are so many different kinds of filters. I mean, so I would say that a good way to get any job, not only for interns, any kind of job, is to filter it rightly, so that you know whether it's still open, whether it's the same title you wanted, etc. So that's my tip for you.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, any other questions? If you've not exploited, and you know, और एक चीज करो, when you get internships or when you want, obviously now you're still at the early stages of the career. You know Glassdoor.com, right? Most of you might know what is Glassdoor.com. So get your company, you can get some reviews of the company you want to join on Glassdoor.com. Yeah. So like for example ये वाला UMJ सब मुझे पता नहीं है ये कैसी company है, yeah, because these is not among the top ones which we know generally, suppose, at least I don't know, but because so many startups are coming, right, they are amazing ones, and I'm sure you want to capitalize and join some of those startups. So जाके quickly glassdoor.com पे feedback देखा करो to see whether the company is doing well, what their employees have written about them. वो वहां पे मिल जाता है आपको. You must be knowing already these review sites, so use them. It's good to know the culture of the company and how they treat their employees वगैरह. So use that for your job search as well. It's a good trustworthy site. Okay, any other questions? All right, in that case, yeah, okay.
Is it done then? Thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable information and guidance. As we have learned from this session how to use LinkedIn effectively, this will definitely give us a competitive advantage. Now I request Director Shubham to present a vote of thanks. Over to you, Shubham.
It's a great honor and privilege to propose vote of thanks this evening. First and foremost, I thank our special guest, Shilpa Nimbalkar ma'am, for giving excellent coverage and letting us know regarding how to improve our LinkedIn profile. The subject was very extraordinary. I will extend my gratitude towards Meghna Billare ma'am, Dr. Vishal Vadachkar sir, and Sushil Kulkarni sir for providing constant support and encouragement for this evening. I would also like to thank Rotaract Club of DYP MSR for joining us for today's event. I'm also grateful to our club advisor Abhijit Patil sir and our president Samuel Pawar for constant efforts to make this event successful one, and also for organizing such event that add up a piece of knowledge. Lastly, I will thank all the participants for sharing interest in this program and making this program a successful one. Thank you one and all present here.
Thank you. Thanks everyone. All the very best from me to all of you. Hope you get your most desired jobs ever and you have lots of fun working there. That's my wish to all of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a wonderful session.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.